How's it going, everybody? My name is Lucian. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up AdGuard for our home lab. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Portana for this one. If we go over to our stacks and then add a stack, we'll call this AdGuard. And down here, we will paste the following. Of course, I'll have this on my GitHub, so you'll be able to copy and paste it as well. The ports are already set up for us. However, if you're not following along with the videos, you might need to change these ports. But if you are following along strictly with the series, then these ports are going to be good to go for you. So once that's all done, we're going to scroll down a little bit more and then hit deploy stack right down here at the bottom. Once that's deployed, we can go back to containers here, and then we can see that it's running. And now we have to do our setup. If we open up a new tab and go to the IP address of our server, and then it is 3001. Now we have the setup for AdGuard. So we're going to click on get started. All interfaces, this is for the admin panel. We're going to switch this to 8080. And we can leave that on 53 and hit next. We're going to set up a username. I'll just call mine Lucian with my super secure password and then hit next. And this is telling us like how to set it up on like our router and all this kind of stuff. And we will hit next. And then we can hit open dashboard. Now we're on the screen. We're going to log in with the information that we just put in. Hit sign in. We'll hit never on that. And now we are signed in. So in order to use this, you could set it up on each device if you want to. However, I'm not going to do that because that's a little tedious. What we're going to end up doing is putting it on our router. This would be a lot easier, a little bit more efficient this way. It's network wide, you know, as long as anyone's on our network, they're going to have the benefits of using AdGuard. In order to set it up in our router, we will need to access our gateway. This will be mine. And then I do need my username and password. So yours could be different. Your gateway IP address could even be different as well. Be sure to look up what your gateway is. And then sign in with your credentials. Give me 1 second. I gotta grab the password. All right, then we're gonna hit log in. Now, again, yours might be a little different from mine. The concept is gonna be relatively the same. So we're gonna go to advanced. For me, it is, let's see where it's at. Right here under IP addressing and DHCP settings. And then right here under our DHCP DNS type, I turned this was set to default, but I have mine set to custom servers. And then mine's already set up for my two, because I run two instances. I have two separate servers that's on its own hardware. So I have one on one server, then I have another one on another server. This is my redundancy basically. So like if one of my servers goes down or whatever happens, I have a backup so I don't lose access to the internet. So what you would do, since our server is 1.50 here, so I'm going to change that from 52 to 50, for example, and then click on apply, and that's it. So now our traffic will be routed through this AdGuard. Once that's done, all of our traffic will be going through here, and then from here we will actually be able to set up our DNSs. So if we go through DNS rewrites, for example, we'll be able to make our own DNS. So like when we set up, for example, like Google or whatever, it'll work just fine. One more thing that we will need to do for the server is to disable resolve. So that's also just a few commands. I'll have the commands on the GitHub as well for that. Let's SSH into our server. Oops, I'm not typing here. All right, let's SSH into our server real quick. Clear all that out. All right, so we basically need to edit our resolve. So if we do sudo nano /etc/resolve.conf and do our password, we're going to scroll down here. And since we're going to be using our AdGuard, we're going to change this from 53 to .1, hit Control X, Y, enter. And then we'll do sudo systemctl disable system d-resolved. And then we'll do system stop system d-resolved. So now it's going to be using our actual AdGuard instance here. That's AdGuard pretty much already set up. I mean, like I said, if you want to set it up on a per device situation, you're more welcome to. The instructions are here for whatever, whatever you want to, whatever system you want to do, OS, Windows, the router. We did the router method just because that's going to be easier. So one thing that we can do, since we have AdGuard set up and we also have Google, for example, set up. So let's make this bigger here. So Google is running on port 5000. All right, so what we can do is if we go to our AdGuard here, go to filters, DNS read writes, add a DNS read write, and we'll just call this google.local, and the IP address would be 192.168.1.150, and save. So now, since we set up Nginx, however you pronounce that, I still haven't figured that out. But since we got that set up, what we can do is, man, this is bright. We can go to proxy hosts, and we'll be able to add a new one, which our domain will be google.local. And that will be 192.168.1.150, and the forwarding port is 5000. And we are going to do block common exploits, WebSocket support, publicly accessible. We will do the SSL, but we're gonna have to do that manually. So if we hit save on this, and then what we can do is, if we go back to my GitHub, now what we can do is, for here, we can grab an SSL certificate for our services. So we can just copy this, hit copy. And then since I'm on Linux, I can just open up a terminal, but let's pretend you're just using Windows. So we'll paste this in our server. We'll paste it in. And then we're going to end up changing this stuff. So we're going to do Google. Then we're going to go back some more and change this to Google. And then go back and then change this one also to Google. And then we'll hit enter. That creates us keys that you can see here. All right, so let's go ahead and access our FTP here. So I'm going to be using FileZilla. So we'll open up FileZilla, and I'm going to connect to our server. And then I'm going to grab these two Google certs and slap them in. We'll slap them in downloads. So let's take these, drag these over to downloads. Now we got Google certs. So now what we can do is go back to our Nginx, go to SSL certificates, and we will click add SSL certificate. Click on custom. The name, we'll call it Google. And the certification key, we'll hit browse. Then this is our certification key right here, the one that says local.key. And then our certificate is just our .crt, our certificate. And then no intermediate file, we will click save on that. And then we'll go back to our proxy host, and we will edit the one that says Google. Go to SSL, and instead of none, we're going to click on Google here, force SSL HTTP2, hit save, done. So now if we go to google.local, we will get this, but no big deal. We'll click advanced. Now, the reason it's still saying it's not secure, although technically it is, but it depends on your browser. Some browsers have their own verification for SSLs, and since this was created locally, you're not going to get that. You might not get the, it might still say unsecured basically, even though technically it is. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.